you ever notice how your body doesn't always agree with what's best for it? You start eating cleaner, and then your stomach gets upset. You start working out, then you barely can move the next day. You start trying to pray more, and suddenly every distraction in the world shows up. Sometimes the problem isn't just the new thing itself, it's that our system, our body, doesn't know how to accept this new thing yet. And that's what I want to talk about today here in the green room. Why do we resist what's meant to rebuild us? But welcome back to the green room, y'all, where real conversations meets reflection and growth meets grace. I'm going to start off today talking about the body's rebellion. Our bodies are wired to protect us, but sometimes that protection feels a lot like resistance. I mean, let's just think about it for a second. When you start something new, like a diet, exercise, or even drinking more water, your body naturally fights back. How, you may say? Well, you feel bloated, you're tired, you start to crave the old stuff that you swore it off. This is your body saying, pause, wait, what is this? But let me tell you something. Discomfort doesn't always mean danger. Sometimes it means detox. When your muscles tear when you're working out, they rebuild stronger. When habits break, your identity shifts. Most importantly, and when your faith gets stretched, your spirit grows deeper roots. We often mistake growing pains for warning signs, and in doing so, we walk away from what's even meant for us and what's meant to heal us. When we get to that point, we're going to start going into our mind's resistance. See, as we just talked about the body and what it does physically, but you always remember, you gotta think about it. So what about the mind? Its fight is the new emotions. Our mind craves to be comfortable, even when that comfort is, lack of better words, killing us. That's why people stay in relationships they've outgrown, or the job that you're working on that stole your peace, or habits that break your confidence. It's not because they like those things, and it's not because they're familiar. The human mind would choose familiar misery over unknown peace. I'm gonna say that again. The human mind chooses familiar misery over unknown peace. And every time, if we don't train it differently, you're just going to keep going in that familiar misery. And I get it. New can feel unsafe. It is unpredictable. Here's another thing. It demands faith. But we should know that growth never happens in a comfort zone. If your new thing feels uncomfortable right now, it might be a sign that you're exactly where you need to be. Now I'm going to take this. We did body, we did mind. Now I'm going to take this to the spiritual side. Here's the thing. Even God does new things that don't feel right at first. He told the Israelites in Isaiah 43:19, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" You see, here, he was preparing them for freedom, but all they could see was change. And to parallel that to now, maybe we're in that same season. God's introducing something new, and your spirit is wrestling because it doesn't feel familiar. Maybe the new relationship isn't broken. Maybe it's just built different. Maybe the new boundaries aren't selfish, they're just more sacred. Maybe the silence you're sitting in right now isn't punishment, it's preparation. Now, faith isn't comfortable, but it is the only thing that teaches you how to be accepting and how to accept the new that your old self prayed for. I mean, sometimes we ask God to heal us, but when He sends that medicine, we spit it out. Because why? Because it tastes different than what we're expecting. And that's going to lead into, why do we even hate the new? Why do we don't like this new taste even though we asked for it? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because new demands something old to die. It forces us to release what's been holding us back. In some case, we deem that as that's what's been holding us together. And that's scary. Today's society, we find it easier to complain about how things are than to confront what they could be. It's easier to post about growth than to live in it. It's easier to pray for change than to participate in it. But what if the thing that feels wrong right now, that transition, that relationship, that adjustment is actually the key to your next level of peace? You can't enter a new season holding on to your old survival habits. You have to let them go and trust what's new might be God's upgrade and not your punishment. So, as we do here, I'm going to challenge you this week to ask yourself, what am I rejecting that might actually be meant to rebuild me? Maybe it's a change in your health. Maybe it's a new opportunity. Maybe it's forgiveness or freedom. Let's stop labeling discomfort as danger. Sometimes it's just the stretching that comes before the strength. And the green room is all about having space to think, to grow, and to question with grace. So I want you to sit with this thought. The new thing in your life might not be a threat, it might be an upgrade. So, thanks for tuning in, family. I'm your host, Chris, and this is The Green Room. I'll see you next time.